All right, people, we are back. Let's talk about this Triller event. Holyfield supposed to be Oscar De La Hoya and Vitor Belfort, which I felt was more of a more intriguing fight than the Belfort and Holyfield fight. Holyfield looks in amazing shape for 58 years old, but man, he's 58 years old, and it scares me that because Vitor's on the juice for sure. You could see it in his body. He's back on it. Looks like Evander's probably on it too. I mean, that fool looks incredible, to be honest. He looks better than Vitor physically. But when I was watching his open workout and he was hitting pads, I mean, it just looked real slow. Like the pop wasn't there. It just didn't. It looked technique-wise and form-wise looked amazing. One of my favorite boxers of all time. He bounced hella well. He threw a jab. He would, Evander was the man when it comes to boxing and his technique and skill. He's the only I think it's 5-time. I thought it was 4-time, but I heard Bruce Buffer say 5-time heavyweight champ. 4-time was already, there's no one that's done 4-time. If he done it 5-time, like, that's incredible, man. So it's like the one and only 5-time heavyweight champ. I would love for him to whoop on Vitor. Just because he's 58, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's incredible, but, man, I don't think when you're 60, I mean, he's basically 60 years old, and I just feel like when you're 60 years old, you just can't get clipped. You can't, and I feel like Vitor is 46. I don't know. It might just be an old man, washed-up fight. Maybe he'll knock out Vitor. Maybe he wasn't showing everything he had and all his pop that he had in his open workout. Maybe it's a little like, he's just not trying to show what he's really got and what he can do. I hope that's what it was. It didn't look good. Of course, like I said, technique and skill looked like it was like he's on point, but the pop and the power and the speed just didn't look there. He looked 58. He looked old. So I'm interested. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Definitely definitely the face-off, he's a bigger man than he's way bigger than Vitor, that's for sure.
With the timeless protection.
But we'll see what happens. This is the face-off between them.
Ballot of the evening, late.
Triller's crazy.
200.
Triller's just a crazy. Let's look at this face-off though.
Sports.
Yeah, he's a bigger
Victor,
man.
Vitor Belfort, the Hall of Fame legend, Evander Real Deal Holyfield.
He looks old though, man. He looks old, bro.
Legends 2, brought to you by Triller Fight Club. Live.
But he looks incredible. Like, his body looks incredible. It's amazing that he looks like that.
2 legends of combat sports. Vitor, the Phenom Belfort, Evander Holyfield, the
really
6-time world champion.
We'll see what happens. And then, of course, for the co-main event, we have Anderson Silva, Tito Ortiz. I think Anderson's going to spank Tito. I think Tito had a very hard weight cut. They weighed in at 195. Tito hasn't weighed in at 195 in how long? You know what I'm saying?
Between 2 MMA legends facing each other.
And Anderson just beat Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., which, he's really skilled. I mean, even if he fucking blew off that fight and just wanted to get paid and who cared, but still was a former champion. He's only lost like 6 times. I mean, that was like his 7th time losing. His last fight, I think before that, he lost to Canelo Alvarez. And Anderson looked really good in that. And I feel like Anderson is going to finish Tito in this fight. And it's going to be a very bad night for Tito. Tito had to cut a lot of weight. He doesn't look good. He physically doesn't look good. Anderson weighing in at 192. That means he didn't have to cut nothing. You know what I mean? He looks physically good. He's going to piece Tito Ortiz up, I think.
Competitor, 35 victories in his career, 23 wins by knockout. 192.6, 192.6 for.
Let's see.
Once again, live on Fight TV pay-per-view.
Here we go, face off.
The sports streaming service that all should get to see tomorrow night. It's from the Seminole Hard
Tito
Rock
just doesn't look healthy.
Hotel Casino of South Florida.
He cut
Here
a lot
they
of
are.
weight, you know what I'm saying?
Tito Ortiz, Anderson Silva in a boxing ring, 8 2-minute rounds tomorrow night.
Tito looks good, but he just looks sucked up. You know what I mean? Like, he cut way
Two
too much
MMA
weight.
legends.
You know? And then on the undercard, I think it's David Haye versus that other cat that fought. David Haye's going to piece. Mark my words. David Haye knocks this dude out. I think. I'd imagine. David Haye knocks this dude out. That dude that David Haye is fighting fought that Colombian singer on the last Triller event. Like, it was like, and he was not looking that good. Like, he was getting hit by this little Colombian mini guy. I don't know who he is, but he's an older guy. But David Haye's going to knock that fool out. Mark my words. David Haye knocks him out, in my opinion, I think. And then there's another fight. I'm not familiar with who they are. But, should be a decent, fun card. You know, I'll watch it. There's nothing else going on. There's no UFC. We have no UFC going on. So, I'm down for that. You know what I'm saying? Also, Alex Pereira, the guy that was basically known for beating Israel Adesanya in 2 kickboxing matches. He beat them both. He knocked him out. The second one, I think he went to decision, and the first one knocked him out in the second one. He just got signed to the UFC, so you know what that means. They're trying to probably bring some middleweight contenders for Izzy, even though he's still got a tough fight with Robert Whittaker. So they just signed him. Later on this month is UFC 266 with Nick Diaz coming back. That's really what I'm mostly focused on for that card. Even though it is a nice card, Brian Ortega and the champ Alexander Volkanovski, Valentina versus Lauren Murphy. Cool fights, but I'm really excited to see Nick Diaz back in the octagon. I hope everything goes well. I hope he gets paid some crazy money and he looks great, you know. Anyways, man, that's about it. Not much going on. My subscribers are going up, man. I'm at like 811 now, I believe. 810 maybe. 812. Look at that, man. We're moving. So, you know, we're moving in the 1,000 direction, which is great. I'll drop this video later tonight. I'm gonna go to work. And then I'll come back, drop it later tonight when I get home. And yeah, man, when it drops, like it, subscribe, hit the bell, all that good stuff. I'm out of here. Peace.